So let's talk about SmackDown. We are 1 week away from War Games, and we got two of the most randomest shit to happen on SmackDown. Okay, and for what it's worth, one of them just 1000% doesn't make any sense. That involves the women's War Games match, and then the other thing that has a better chance of making sense than the women's thing involving LA Knight doesn't make sense because like why am I hiding this? Why the fuck was Cody Rhodes on this show? Like we saw him in Nick Aldis's office earlier in the show. And I was like, okay, why the fuck is Cody there? He's a Raw guy. Why is he just openly talking or openly in the SmackDown Journal manager's office? And then why did he come out to make the save for LA Knight when Cody needs to focus on his War Games match with the Judgment Day? To me, this is just completely disrespectful towards Team Cody, right? Seth, Sammy, Jay, possibly Randy Orton. Like like you couldn't have waited until after War Games to do this. It still doesn't make sense because Cody's a Raw guy, right? And a lot of people want Cody to take the title off Roman. And in my opinion, I think that ship has sailed. I think if anybody, because here's the thing, Roman is the longest reigning champion in the company's history in decades. Okay, now this is just my opinion. The person who needs to take that belt off is somebody who can get over, who's gotten over by themselves organically, connects with the audience organically, pretty good in the ring, really good on the mic. Like the next total package superstar, okay? It doesn't need to be some forced guy or this corporate pushed guy or just a random person. It needs to be somebody who connects with the audience organically. And out of everybody Roman has faced, the one guy that could have done it is LA Knight because he checks all the boxes for me. Now they can give it to Cody, which is fine, I guess, but again, I think that ship sailed. And Cody's really bitten himself in the ass with the whole I have to finish the story thing. Because what the fuck? The dude lost to Roman and then immediately got put on Raw weeks later. Just and then you put him. See, Cody's been doing a lot of run-in saves lately on TV. It's kind of getting like redundant, and he does it again on a show that he's not even supposed to be on. And look, they had an out for to put Cody on SmackDown, right? The Jey Uso stuff. Jey Uso came to Raw. Somebody's got to go to SmackDown. Who goes to SmackDown? Kevin Owens, not Cody. Kevin Owens. So you could have did it there, but they decided to keep Cody on Raw. So what are we doing here? Doesn't make any sense. It's stupid. The only sense it could make is like, oh, Cody's coming to finish the story. That's bullshit. He's a Raw superstar. I hate the brand split because they never ever stick to it. And when they did stick to it in 2016, right? They stick to it all the way up until the Superstar shakeup, which was fucking stupid as fuck. That 2016 draft, right? Split the rosters. They actually split the rosters. We didn't see any crossover whatsoever. We saw new talents get put on TV, stuff like that, like the Ascension. The Ascension got more TV time during that brand split than I could recall them ever getting, ever. That is a good thing about the brand splits, and you can push people don't get on TV instead of having to use people on Raw. And now we just randomly see Cody on SmackDown. For what? To help LA Knight. Sure, that's cool if Cody was a SmackDown superstar, and if Cody wasn't already involved in a War Games match against the Judgment Day. The bloodline stuff and LA Knight stuff has nothing to do with Cody. So, like, why was he there? If you're gonna do Cody and Roman again, have Cody win the Rumble again. You know, I don't think if Cody wins 2 Rumbles in a row and loses 2 WrestleManias in a row, he's fucking done. He's fucking done. So I hate all of this. I think it's stupid. If you want to do Cody and Roman, figure out a way to have him be a SmackDown superstar. Because the only other way to get Cody and Roman together at WrestleMania is if Cody wins the Rumble. There isn't gonna be an Elimination Chamber match where all the Raw superstars are gonna, and the winner faces Roman, who's on SmackDown. No. And even then, I don't think you should have Cody. Again, it's probably just a me thing, because I been there, done that. That ship sailed. What has Cody done ever since WrestleMania? Honestly, he hasn't done anything eventful. Sure, he cuts good promos, but as far as storyline stuff, what has he done since WrestleMania? I'm trying to think. Was he even on SummerSlam? I'm pretty sure he was, but I can't remember what he did. Money in the Bank, he wrestled who did he wrestle at Money in the Bank? Dominic? SummerSlam 2023. Cody beat Brock. Oh, that's right. Yeah. I'm sorry, I forgot. He had that long ass feud, Brock Lesnar, for no fucking reason. So they never explained why Brock attacked Cody the night after WrestleMania. They never gave a reason other than Brock just decided to do it. Oh, I'm sorry. That's what Cody's been doing since he had a, when was SummerSlam? July? No, August. April, May, June, July, August. I'm sorry. He had a 5-month feud. Sorry, I got the hiccups. He had a 5-month feud with Brock Lesnar that was so uneventful. And I actually liked the SummerSlam match, but the other 2 matches. And then ever since SummerSlam, what has Cody been doing? He's been, flicking around with the Judgment Day stuff. So I'm sorry if I think that Cody. I like Cody. Sorry, I like Cody. I was a big Cody guy when he left WWE, Bullet Club, and everything. I liked everything that Cody was doing. Okay, I liked the strap match he had with Jay Lethal at Supercard. That in 2017. I liked the final battle match with Dalton Castle. I like the three-way match he had with Dalton Castle and Marty Scurll. I like the stuff he did with Nick Aldis. I like the 3-way with Omega and Ibushi. I like the Juice Robinson matches at Wrestle. I love Cody, but to me, it's been a bit lackluster. His run, and I don't think him. Yeah, he's over. That's cool and all, but to me, it's just like he failed already. So many people expected him to win that title off Roman at WrestleMania, and it just didn't happen. So what's it gonna be this time? Is he gonna lose again? If he loses again, then like I said, he's just gonna be done. But if he wins the second time, it's just like, well, why couldn't he have won the first time? So I don't know. I don't think Cody is best fit for Roman anymore. Honestly, the money is not Cody and Roman. The money is Cody and Seth. That story, that history, those matches, the Hell in a Cell, that feud. That is the money with Cody right there. Cody and Seth freaking Rollins, not Cody and Roman. I could give two shits to see Cody and Roman again. I want to see Cody and Seth again. I feel like Cody and Seth could sell and tell a better storyline, better promos, better segments, and better matches. So I don't understand why they're starting to plant seeds for Cody and Roman again. I just they were gonna give the belt to Cody. They should have just give it to him at WrestleMania. Because now it's just always gonna get a second chance at it. To me, either way, if he wins or loses against Roman again, either way, it's just not gonna look. Especially if he loses, but again, if he wins on the second go around, he wins the Rumble again, has a match with Roman. It's just like, I mean, you could have just gave it to him at this past year's WrestleMania instead of him having to go through a 5-month feud with Brock Lesnar and then mini feuds with the Judgment Day, and now it looks like he's going back to feuding with the Bloodline, and he's not even a SmackDown guy. So I don't know, man. The Cody saving LA Knight thing was completely random, and now, in just my opinion, seems like the focus is just gonna go away from LA Knight, the hottest guy in the company, and it's just gonna shift back to Cody. Ay ay ay. So, and we're gonna talk about the women's war games in a second because the Damage Control and Charlotte, Bianca, and Shotzi were sprinkled all out through this show. So the show kicks off with Damage Control coming out. Bayley says it was her idea to bring Asuka into Damage Control. Asuka, Kyrie, and Io do not look amused when Bayley said that. Um, Bayley makes Asuka a full member of Damage Control. They announced the War Games match be Bayley, Asuka, Kyrie Sane, and Io versus Charlotte, Shotzi, and Bianca, and a partner of their choice. We'll get to that in a second. I'm about to roast the fuck out of that. Shotzi came out. She gets beat up. Bianca and Charlotte join up, and Damage Control beats them up. And that was the segment. Again, it does each week. You can see the cracks within Damage Control. It looks like nobody trusts Bayley anymore. So I like they're sprinkling it in week to week, and eventually Bayley's gonna get kicked from the group. Or maybe Bayley kicks Io and them from the group. I don't know. We'll have to see. A good opening segment. So we see Charlotte, Shotzi, and Bianca backstage. They discuss who their fourth member should be. Nick Aldis comes in. He says he needs an answer by the end of the night. And the door that Nick Aldis walks in, you see Cody in his office. Again, like you easily could have just had Cody and Jay switch brand. Because Cody's like, oh, well, I brought Jey Uso to Raw, so somebody's got to go to SmackDown. It could have just been Cody. You could have kept Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn as a tag team instead of splitting them up and put Cody on SmackDown. Now they have to logically try to explain Cody going to SmackDown without insulting the fans' intelligence. And we get a three-way tag team match. The winner gets a tag team match next week on SmackDown against Balor and Priest. We have the Street Profits, Pretty Deadly, and the Brawling Brutes. I believe I said this a few SmackDowns ago. I feel like the Profits have just felt less than they have ever felt before being with Bobby Lashley. I know they look good. They probably look better, being in suits and shit, but they just felt like background characters. And that shouldn't be the case because Street Profits are good. They didn't need Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley didn't need them. Pretty Deadly just came back from injury, and the Brawling Brutes. Now, again, I know WWE doesn't really care about win losses and hot streaks, rankings, or anything of that nature. And I am new to just watching SmackDown every week, so I don't know what entirely these tag teams have done in months to be in this position. But hey, at least it's a number one contenders match. That's all we can ask for. They had a pretty okay match. Dawkins pinned Holland, and the interesting part, well, there's two things here. They predicted Pretty Deadly, which is good to see. I don't think you should be pinning Pretty Deadly anytime soon, because they're just too good. So Holland walks out on Butch. I hate that name so much. And it leaves Butch alone in the ring. I'm pretty sure Sheamus is out with an injury or something like that. So I'm all for a Pete Dunne revamp, rebirth, and a singles push for Pete Dunne. You know, him and Holland are a fine tag team, but your bread is buttered with Pete fucking Dunne. Now, this is Butch bullshit. I've hated it, always hated it, will never stop hating it. Get this man back to Pete Dunne, because this guy is too good to be just doing group faction tag team bullshit. He's too good. And Street Profits won. A heel group will face another heel group next week on SmackDown. Now, this is an AEW. AEW does heel babyface matches. WWE not so much, so it is interesting that they're going heel next week for the tag titles. So we'll see how that works out. They show Bianca Belair talking to Mia Yim backstage, and then they go to commercial. And we go back from commercial, and Mia Yim's getting her ass beat by Damage Control. So I guess Mia Yim's not going to be the partner. Next, we had Dragon Lee versus Axiom. Now, again, I don't watch NXT because they have killed my need to watch NXT, because we've seen so many times where we get invested in NXT characters and they get brought up to the main roster and they either just suck, they have no plans for them, or they change their names. So to me, I'm just like, I'm not gonna watch NXT. No, I'll see clips and whatever on Twitter or YouTube or whatever, but I will not invest my time into NXT, because if I do and that shit just keeps happening, I don't want to have my hopes or aspirations for anybody to get crushed again, like they have over the years. So, but Axiom is the NXT guy, but if anybody knows their knowledge, Axiom is actually a kid from NXT UK, from the NXT UK days. A kid is really good, and I don't really know why they revamped him into a masked luchador. I don't think he's a bad looking dude, but maybe they just needed a luchador. I don't know, but they show earlier in the show, I think this was probably like before the show or whatever. Dragon Lee and Nick Aldis were talking, and they set up this match because Lee wants to get revenge for Rey Mysterio, so I'll just put him in a match with Axiom. And boy, Dragon Lee and Axiom and Dax Harwood and Roosh are having a tie for best match of the night on both shows. But these two guys killed it. Axiom's really good. Dragon Lee is exceptional. No, I remember his match. Dragon Lee. When was the first time I saw Dragon Lee? I think it was against Hiromu at Cal Palace show. That was the show that Hiromu got his neck fucked up or something by Dragon Lee. This man Dragon Lee is a unit when it comes to in-ring stuff. This guy's a fucking unit. Like a Will Ospreay caliber wrestler. This guy is fucking fantastic. He needs to. This guy can be a big star. Like this guy, legitimate. I know they say this a lot, and people say it a lot. Oh, that guy's the next Rey Mysterio. Blah blah. Dragon Lee, legitimately could be the next Rey Mysterio. That's how good he is. Dragon Lee wins by beating Axiom. No reason to beat Dragon Lee here whatsoever. They're obviously giving him showcase matches, you know, the stuff with Cedric Alexander, and I think he wrestled Theory a couple weeks ago. And then you had this match here with Axiom. Now, this was my favorite part of the show right here. That dude, Santos Escobar. Man who turned on Rey Mysterio because he's jealous of Carlito. You know, there was no there were no signs of him being jealous because Carlito literally just appeared like a month ago at Fastlane. So, however or wherever have they showed jealousy between Santos and Carlito? The past 4 weeks is beyond me, but hey, got a turn. He says Rey failed as a father figure towards Santos. He says Dominic Mysterio is right about everything he said about Rey being a deadbeat dad. He says Santos was supposed to rebuild the LWO and not Rey. He's mad that Rey Mysterio chose Carlito over Santos. I'm sorry, wasn't Santos injured, and that's why Santos couldn't be the tag partner? I'm sorry, you were injured, my guy. That's not Rey's fault. He says he hoped Rey gets an infection and hopes his leg gets amputated. Now that shit was hilarious. You're Michael Cole's like, get this guy's mic away from him. And I just want to say this again. These what chants have got to go. They got to go. They're ridiculous. They're stupid. It takes away from everybody, and it's completely just disrespectful. Zelina Vega comes out. She slaps the absolute piss out of Santos. She says that she should have never trusted him to begin with. Raul Mendoza and Joaquin Wilde come out. Santos says he's never needed them, and they are nothing to him. Santos beats up Mendoza and Joaquin Wilde. Carlito makes a save. That was a segment. Again, good stuff by Santos, but the what chance just, they gotta go, man. It's just so, that crowd tonight sucked, by the way. I just want to say that crowd sucked. They did not get into the Dragon Lee Axiom match until like the last few minutes, which is so disrespectful. I think they were like in what, Evansville, Indiana. Yeah, that crowd sucked. We get Grayson Waller versus Cameron Grimes, a guy we haven't seen on TV in fucking forever. And I guess we'll never see him on TV again for a long time because he got squashed by Grayson Waller. It's sad to see. In my opinion, Cameron Grimes is way better than Grayson Waller. Talks better than Grayson Waller. The better wrestler than Grayson Waller. And the fact that they called this guy up, and they've done nothing with Cameron Grimes, and it's a shame. He's too good to be doing nothing on TV. You can find something Cameron Grimes to do on TV. They show Bianca Belair and Zelina talking backstage, and then we go to commercial, and then we come back from commercial, and Damage Control is beating up Zelina Vega. So I guess Mia Yim and Zelina Vega are not going to be the tag partner for Team Bianca. Yeah, Solo Sikoa, Jimmy Uso, and Paul Heyman come out. They tease John Cena, and he doesn't come out. And Paul Heyman says, "It's thanks to Solo that we have no more John Cena." Paul Heyman mocks John Cena's song again, because it's like the third time he's done it. LA Knight comes out, and man, to a good pop too, great pop. And I don't know if he wrote this. I don't think. I don't think this is something he would necessarily say or plan ahead for himself to say, or if this was just straight up bad writing by the WWE creative team. But LA Knight tried so hard to make this promo work. The problem promo. Man, this was not good. You know, he tried to make it work, but it was just not good. So LA Knight comes down for his match with Jimmy Uso. And before the match starts, we see Shotzi, Bianca, and Charlotte backstage. And Charlotte says she's going to make a phone call. Oh, gee, I wonder who. So back to LA Knight, Jimmy Uso. You know, fine match. LA Knight wins, as he should. He should not be losing to Jimmy Uso. Solo comes out after the match, and he and Jimmy beat up LA Knight, and then Cody makes his save. I literally wrote this down in my notes. Cody makes his save, ? I'm not going to go over it again, because, of course, the beginning of the show, you guys heard my thoughts about this. Again, it's just stupid. Doesn't make any sense. Cody's a Raw superstar. He's currently feuding with the Judgment Day, and he just pops up on a SmackDown to help LA Knight fend off the Bloodline. Another run-in save by Cody Rhodes. The guy's been doing that a lot lately. So that was that. Don't really know where the fuck this is going, but we'll see. They show us Cody Rhodes and Nick Aldis backstage. Nick tells him to get out of the building. And it cuts to Bianca, Shotzi, and Charlotte coming out for the final segment of the show. Charlotte says there's only one person she wants on our team, and then Damage Control comes out. They get to the ring apron, the crowd goes crazy, and then Becky Lynch runs in from the crowd, and all of them brawl to end the show. So 2 Raw superstars appear on SmackDown. It's not even just random jobbers or whatever, or guys who don't do anything on these shows. It's literally Cody Rhodes and Becky Lynch pop up on SmackDown because creatively they're just fumbling the bag. There isn't any other women on the SmackDown roster you could have had on that War Games match instead of having to resort to Becky Lynch, who is currently feuding with Xia Li on Raw, the show that she's on. It's just stupid, man. 2 completely just stupid things. It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And that's how the show goes off the air. Again, man. A lot of good stuff on the show, like the Dragon Lee Axiom match, the Santos stuff. But man, the Cody showing up just took me out of it because, again, I'm just throwing my hands up there, like, why? And then, especially the Becky Lynch stuff, because she's feuding. What is this trend in wrestling with one person being involved with multiple other like storylines or stuff? Like what is this stuff that's going on? Why is this a thing? So on the SmackDown Women's roster, you have Alba Fire. As far as women, you have Isla Dawn. Mia Yim, she got beat up. Scarlett, she doesn't wrestle. Shotzi's in the men's. Zelina. So yeah, the only other... Oh, wow, their women's division sucks. You have Zelina. Oh, Tamina's listed. But let's be real here. Zelina Vega, Alba Fire, Isla Dawn, and Mia Yim are the only other 4 women listed on the SmackDown Women's roster. Well, B-Fab can't wrestle to save her life, so wow, they literally booked a War Games match they simply just could not fill because of the lack of women they have, a lack of star power. And I said this on my, I think it was my Impact review this week or my Dynamite review. You go to WWE, if you're a woman, you go to WWE, it's likely you'll never get a push because it's always the same core group of women who are constantly on TV, constantly gets pushes. Anybody else, you're just there. And that sucks. But yeah, man, just 2 really dumb, stupid creative decisions that they booked themselves into. No fucking reason. And we're stuck with my intelligence being insulted. What the fuck? Whatever, man. That was a SmackDown show. Okay show. There's some good stuff, but a lot of just shit just doesn't make any sense. I've been saying that recently on a lot of wrestling shows that I cover, but yeah, that was SmackDown. Make sure you guys like, sub, notification bell, follow all my socials. I stream on Kick. If you want to come see me play some Call of Duty, talk wrestling, that's cool. I'll be there. Make sure you guys follow that. I'll see you guys for the Collision review. Peace out.